Ideas Inspired Information Podcast powered by Loke Enterprise. Here's your host, Braxton Holly.
Yep. It's Friday. We here for your Friday fitness fix. All over again. We done a lot of things so far. We first told you we were gonna give you a blueprint, then we taught you how to win, and then we said plan, prioritize, and prepare. And then we started talking about doing the small things. And now what we got for us, Mr. Trainer, sir?
Well, in my opinion, one of the most important skills you can master when it comes to losing weight or changing your body composition, and that is regulating your eating behaviors.
Ooh, that sound deep. Regulate your eating behavior.
You gotta regulate the way you eat and structure that towards your goals, because that's the only way you're gonna reach them.
I am telling you now. I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you already. We haven't said anything about your 6 push-ups, your caloric deficit. The fitness fix is working on your mind. Your mind.
Yes.
Because, ideas inspire information. If your mind ain't right, you can't get right. Simple as that.
Very simple. Very simple. We're gonna make it simple. Simpler. Simplest.
As simply.
All right. So, like I said,
Mhm.
in my opinion, this is the biggest and fastest way to see results when it comes to weight loss or changing your body composition.
Okay, teach us now.
Regulating how you eat and what you eat is essential. But first, you got to understand why you eat the way you eat. That makes sense? You got to
That makes
understand
sense.
why you eat the way you eat.
He talking to you now.
So, life is hard, tough, and all over the place. And we can be stressed and overwhelmed, especially when we're not prepared. So what happens when we're not prepared? We're stressed out, and shit is not going the way we want it to go.
It keep going.
How
My
do you
bad.
feel? My fault. How do you
Uh-oh.
feel when you're stressed and things aren't going the way you want them to go?
I'm probably not the person to ask about this, but typically from what I've seen,
That's right.
things continue to go in that direction until you make a change for them to be better or different.
Exactly. And more so on like how you cope with that stress
Mm-hmm.
and like feeling overwhelmed, you're going to try to find some sort of feel good, right?
Yeah.
We know drugs are bad.
Yeah.
They're bad for you.
Yeah.
Some people turn to that.
You remember Dare?
Yeah.
They still do Dare.
Yeah, they do. Dare is mad at Euphoria. That show on HBO, Euphoria. This ain't nothing to do with what we talking about.
Hey, we gotta keep it real now.
But look, Euphoria, it has Zendaya on it. It's a real good show, and it's HBO, so you know it's HBO. But yeah, it's a cool show, man. It definitely goes in depth on that high school life and like psychological stuff and mental health and drug use and basically a lot of shit that we probably went through or most people go through in high school. That's like, but it's amplified. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you really get the gist. But back to regulating eating behavior.
Let's regulate.
So like I was saying, we try to find that feel good or something that's going to alleviate that stress, that pain, and that overwhelming feeling. And most of us turn to food.
Mm-hmm.
And not just like fruits and vegetables and lean meats.
Ooh, yummy.
I'm talking about McDonald's and cookies and Debbie cakes and ice cream and motherfucking
All the
ribs.
snacks you was eating when you was a kid.
Yes. Everything that the food. I mean, it could even be grandma's fried chicken. You know what I'm saying?
All the stuff that just put a smile on your face.
Right. I'm not a psychologist, but I do understand some of those psychological principles and concepts. My go-to right now is like, see, I gotta think about it. That's how. Okay, so my fiance, she's pregnant, and her thing is Oreos right now. Oreos, Oreos, Oreos. She loves them, and I don't say anything because she's pregnant right now.
Smart man.
So you had a long day. Your boss cussed you out for some reason. Your kids getting on your nerves. They want to go to McDonald's. You ain't got no McDonald's money. Or, I mean, you got McDonald's money. You go to McDonald's. I don't know your life. But long story short is the day sucked and you want to feel better. So you turn to something that you know tastes good, something that you know is going to make you feel better, and something that you know is, readily available. So you go and get that. And you do it again and again. Every time you feel that way, that is your go to. You know what I'm saying? So now it's a habit. Now we've created a behavior. And now it's hard as fuck to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? We good? So, I say all that to say that we need to know why we eat and what we eat, or we need to know why we eat and the reasons that we eat those things, because sometimes we're not hungry. Sometimes we're just feeling bad and want to feel better. So the first step is not only learning about yourself, but you need to improve your relationship with food. Me and Braxton had this conversation last season. There's no such thing as uh, bad food or junk food. Food is food. It is what it is, and you just need to eat the food that is going to help you with your goals. And if you cannot do that, then let's reevaluate your relationship with food and figure out where the disconnect is and how we can create better habits and procedures when you are stressed out and feeling the way you feel, so you don't run to McDonald's.
Yeah. Uh, that's real good. Have you ever seen my 600 pound club or whatnot?
Yeah, me and Nisha watch it all the time.
And a lot of times, well, I don't know about a lot of times. I don't watch it often, but I've seen a few episodes where they talked about like why they were eating and how they got to that point, and maybe
It's never because they're hungry.
there was like somebody was depressed and you just kept eating. Um, and it's always so interesting to me because as a human, that's like a basic thing. Like that's the first thing you know. So
To eat.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and unless you are in that headspace to say, hey, long term or shoot, next week, this ain't the best thing to be doing. Just be eating all kind of stuff just because I feel some type of way. Let me embark on a different type of coping mechanism or activity. You just will keep doing the basic thing of life, and I think we forget that eating is the most basic structure of life. I mean, yeah, we breathe, but we don't have control over that. We have control over eating.
Yeah. We absolutely do. What
Yeah.
we eat, when we eat, how we eat,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Like as babies, like you feed them.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't have control over when the feeding comes out. They don't have control over, all that other stuff, but they open their mouth for the food. Like
My little sister, and this goes back to kind of like our brains now and brains then as like babies. So my sister, like she's in college now, like Yikishana, and she is like her brother. She loves to eat. She likes to eat like me.
hey, he can eat
You know
now.
what I'm saying? She's not a big girl. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. But she likes to eat. When she was a baby, that little thing would not eat anything. She would not eat to the point where my mom took her to the doctor. Like, she's not eating. The doctor's like, you know what? When she's hungry, she'll eat.
Yeah.
She'll eat.
Like that's such a basic concept that you gonna at some point.
You gonna eat.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how my sister Kishana can go from being a baby who has zero concept of anything in the world, will eat only when she wants to, But fast forward, and Keyshawn, I'm just using that example. This ain't your life. Fast forward, there may be some mud in the waters on when exactly am I hungry versus am I just feeling some kind of way. And the only variable in that is just time in between and experience and like society telling us stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey man, hey, you're trying to hear for it. I'm telling you, that's you got my mind thinking.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
You know, cause as personally, I think it's slightly different for me. Like, I'll get in a spot where I just won't eat, and I mean,
I'm glad you said that.
I love to eat. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, I like.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
but
when it's time to work, it's time to work.
sometimes, yeah, it's just not like
Yeah.
if it's not in the headspace to go eat because I understand, and that's another thing, understanding. Like, I understand that if I sit up here and eat, I might be sleepy at some point, depending on what I eat. Like, if I go eat this, then my energy level might change. Like, so I mean, that's just the knowledge of
And
it.
then, just going back to planning, prioritizing, and preparing, you're the other side of the coin, right? We got the other person who just won't prepare, won't prioritize, is just kind of in limbo in their life.
Yeah.
But you got on the other side the person that's busy as hell and just like if they don't make time or if it's like one of those days where they just don't get to, you know, you probably won't eat anything, you know what I'm saying? Because you're so hyper focused on getting the job done. You're so hyper focused on making sure everything is where it needs to be and what happens needs to happen. Like, that kind of falls by the wayside. And this might not necessarily happen for you, Braxton, but once everything stops and work is done, you're like, oh shit, I'm hungry. And then that's when you go and overeat because you done waited so damn long. Not bragging, but you done waited so long. Now you're like, oh shit, I'm finna motherfucking grub. But
now you still in the same predicament, just opposite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm different. Like on holidays, I only get one plate of food. I mean, I put enough on it, whereas,
right.
but like I don't ever really go back for seconds. I mean, it's just for me, it's not that big of a deal. My mind process is like food is more of a, I eat to live other than I'm just eating because I just want to eat.
Yeah.
Like, I know I have to eat. I know I need to eat. Sometimes technically you don't have to eat every day. It's nice, but your body you're not going to shut off just because you didn't eat one day.
Right, yeah.
You just, I mean, at that point, is what you consume is a little different. Like, you got to put stuff that's going to be more beneficial for you. Just like you were saying, food is just food, but if you put in something crazy, then you're going to operate differently. Like, some people have crazy dreams from eating certain stuff. Like, just the chemical breakdown and molecular structure of all that.
Yeah, all that shit that you need a couple more degrees for.
Yeah, I ain't got that one.
yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, that's crazy.
You hit it, man. You hit it, bro. It's easy to fall either way, but the best way is to be prepared, and you have ammunition to fight the day, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like you're not gonna load your gun with BBs because that's not what shoot from that gun. You know?
Yeah. And you ain't gonna shoot no damn body.
Yeah, but boy might malfunction.
Yeah,
you ain't got no gun no more.
Right. You might as well throw that motherfucker.
Yeah, so simple stuff. You put stuff that don't go, and you ain't gonna go. Yeah, man, I like that. Regulate your eating habits.
Regulate your eating habits. Step 1, learn about yourself. Learn about your food. You might be having some sort of mental health crisis and you thinking you just hungry. You know what I'm saying? You might like really be going through some stuff, and instead of like going to go get some help, you rather cope with a detrimental, goal hurting habit. So let's jump into how we learn about ourselves. What can we do to learn more about how I eat and why I eat the way that I do?
Okay.
So I mentioned some people overeat. If you think that you're a person or someone that may overeat or eat too much, eat too fast, then I got something for you. Um, the skill would be eating or regulated eating behaviors, and then the practice along with that skill is eating more slowly and mindfully.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I eat fast, and I absolutely hate, hate this
Mm-hmm.
practice. But it works. It works. It works. It works. And if you're like me and you eat fast and you tend to overeat, try this. Eat slowly. Eat well. Let me tell you why first. So there is a delay between our brains and our gut.
Mm-hmm.
Our stomach is technically called like a second brain, but
Yeah, that boy is powerful.
oh yeah, for sure. So let's say you eat something, you're eating fast as hell, blah 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 blah. By the time, let's say you're in the middle of your meal, you're probably full by then, but your brain don't know it yet.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So your brain, there's a delay between your brain knowing you're full and you being actually full.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you tend, if you eat too fast, your brain ain't gonna be able to catch up, and you are probably gonna tend to overeat, and then that's when you're like, oh
Mm.
shit, I ate
Mm.
too much. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So eating more slowly, eating more mindfully. What do you do? Um, I'm gonna start with like, this is in extreme cases, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you, no TV, no phone, just you and the food, so that every feeling, emotion, sensation that you get, you know that it's coming from the food or your body reacting to the food. Take a bite, put the fork down, chew, really get it in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what it is, you can kind of switch it around, really get a taste.
Break that boy down.
Yeah, break it down, really get a good feel of the food.
Yeah.
Consistency, taste, texture, all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Swallow it.
Yeah, yeah,
How does that make you feel?
yeah. Yum, 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 yum.
And I want you to ask yourself, how do I feel?
Mm.
Nothing, keep going. And there'll be a point where you're like, okay, I'm full now. That's where you stop.
Okay.
But if that point doesn't come, then you can try to, I guess, put a percentage on it. So let's say you're trying to lose weight, then you want to try to eat until you're 80% full. So right before you're full.
Mm.
You can still eat a little bit more, but you choose not to because you're getting close. If you're trying to gain weight, you try to eat until you're 100 and like 10 to 20% full.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you overeat just a little bit, but not to where you're stuffed and can't do
Yeah.
anything after your meal.
Enough where you feel the spread, but you can still move
Yeah,
because
you can still
yeah,
move.
you can eat so much you just be like, ain't nothing I can do.
A good way to tell is like, let's say you just finish your meal. Like as soon as you finish your meal, get up and do like a stretch, or get up and start walking or something like that. If you feel uncomfortable, you ate way too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're good, you know what I'm saying, you're fine, then you ate probably about the right amount. So you can eat more slowly and mindfully by setting that, cutting out your distractions basically. Next, you can set some sort of timer, or like quote unquote wine taste your food, where you're really, really slowly chewing and swishing it around and trying to feel what's going on. Pay if you're eating with other people, pace yourself to the slowest eater. My 7-year-old will spend 30 minutes eating. I don't know how he does it. Probably because he's in front of the TV. But if you have someone in your family like that, you can try and pace yourself with them. Um, and then really just kind of notice what affects your speed. Notice what affects like anything that's going on with your body. You really want to just kind of do a full body scan and like what is going on, what's the sensations, and what's happening, because we're learning about our body, right? we're learning, we're trying to figure things out. Like I said, most of the times we get hungry, we let ourselves get too hungry, and we eat too fast and we eat too much. So slow down and just kind of think about what's going on. So I had a client who actually tried this technique and it helped her a lot. She realized that, well, she knew that eating ice cream every night wasn't good for her, but she couldn't figure out why she was like having gas and bloated and wasn't like feeling that great the next day or morning after eating her ice cream. So she ate her food, full body scan and everything, and she noticed about 20 to 15 minutes after eating that ice cream, it was it was kind of downhill from there as far as the night goes. Yeah. Exactly. So who's trying to go in the gym and work out feeling like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's going to be detrimental to her
Yeah.
goals because it's going to, you know,
It's gonna be detrimental to be around.
prevent her from doing what she needs to do to
I
reach
don't
her
want to be in
goals.
no gym like that.
And she goes, yeah, after like I like eating the ice cream while I'm eating it, it's good, but after I just feel so bad. I'm like, well, maybe you need to cut down on the amount that you're eating, or that ice cream just doesn't agree with you.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what are you eating the ice cream out of? Just a regular cereal bowl? It's like, okay, all right, cool.
That's a lot of ice cream, low key.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it is. I'm like, okay, do you have any smaller bowls or like a shot glass or something? She's like, yeah, I got shot glass. So like, okay, get you a scoop or whatever can fit in that shot glass and eat that. And then, how do you feel after that? She's like, well, the ice cream was good, and I feel better because I had my ice cream for the day. But she ate a lot less.
Yeah.
And guess what happened?
Yeah.
She wasn't farting and shit all night.
Yeah. That's good.
So it's just simple things like that can help you lead to a better decision. You know what I'm saying? Because things happen and we don't fucking know why unless we really take a look at what's going on and kind of, decipher things.
Okay.
All right. So the next practice you can try
Another one.
is practicing simply noticing your hunger cues or fullness cues. So all that means is as you get better at understanding how hungry you are versus some sort of outside psychological cue, you'll have a better idea on how to approach those things. So, for example, you can use a appetite awareness tracker. Not my favorite because it just adds on to something else you have to track, like calories or something like that. I'm not a huge fan of that stuff. But if you like apps and if you like everything on your phone right there, then you can try an app. It'll ask you a bunch of questions, and then when you eat, it'll ask you the time and all that stuff. And just play with it. I'm not going to explain all that stuff. Just try it out. Hunger appetite awareness tracker. My favorite is trying to normalize a routine or eating habits. We miss meals or we don't eat enough. We undereat, we overeat based on our goals. So if you have a set plan every day of what you're going to eat, how much you're going to eat, then that's just kind of like you're taking out the guesswork, so to speak, and you're making sure that you have the necessary nutrients to reach your goals. Um, I mean, otherwise we know what's going to happen. You're going to hurt your consistency, and that's going to hurt your goals.
Okay.
And this kind of goes in the same thing of having an eating schedule. You mentioned this earlier about your body kind of being out of whack when you eat at different times or work out at various times. Your body actually appreciates when you eat at the same time, work out at the same time, because we're always trying to gain homeostasis. We're always trying to get back to that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's beneficial to implement that routine so our bodies can be consistent and kind of know what's coming.
Okay.
So that there aren't any surprises, so to speak.
Okay.
Your body can gear up and get its processes going so that everything is smooth, efficient, and all that. So yeah, regular regularly spaced meals, very very similar portion sizes, and consistent times throughout the day, every week, month. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff.
Okay. Simple
So
as that.
that's pretty much my gist on regulating your eating behaviors. There's so many different things you can do. We don't have time to talk about all of them. But again, I'm your favorite trainer. So hit me up and I'll tell you all about it.
Fitness extraordinaire.
I do free consultations. This is just like the surface.
Yeah.
I'm just
yeah.
giving you the.
Hey, that man knows some stuff. I be like, bro, all right, that's enough. Let me understand what you're talking about to me no more.
So
But
if you want me to talk your ear off about this, if you want me to get you on the right track, if you want to work out with me, if you want me to watch you work out, let's get this together.
hey, he
Hit me
got
up.
you covered. He
Hit
got
me
you
up.
covered. If Fitness Extraordinaire has done it again, he's taking you from A to Z and then a few other letters you didn't even know was in the American alphabet.
Exactly.
And I appreciate this. Do we have any more to add to this blueprint? Is this our final segment to the blueprint?
This is our final segment, but I think I'll put out like a little bonus episode.
He got a bonus for you.
Give you a little bonus. So we talked about regulating your eating behaviors, but you don't really know how to match what you're doing to what your goals are. So like energy, we talked about energy coming in, which is food, energy going out, which is working out or just living life. How much food do I need to eat to match the energy I need for my goals?
Oh, hey, y'all better watch out. We got a bonus coming for you.
You know
We got a
what I'm
bonus
saying?
coming
So
for
I'm going to tell you how to decipher that only using your hands. No counting calories,
Yeah,
no apps.
yeah,
Just use your hands because they're with you all the time.
yeah. So tune in. Tune in to the bonus episode.
PI.
Yeah, but tune in to some bonus content we'll put out for you. We want to be able to make you think about stuff you weren't thinking about. Not just, hey, I need to eat more, eat less, work out more, work out less. We going deep into it. What are you thinking about? How are you preparing for that? And we wanna give you the blueprint. Simple as that.
Right.
Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
And I say as simple as that because once you've made that mindset up, it's simple. Once you committed to it in your brain, in your heart, in your soul, it's as simple as that.
There's no other option.
Hey, consistency is the key to change. Thank you for tuning in. That's all I got for you.
I just need y'all to remember there is no such thing as bad food.
Mhm.
Only bad relationships with food.
Mhm.
And that is what we need to focus on.
Okay. Hey, locked in. Consistency is the key to change. This is your Friday Fitness Fix here with your fitness extraordinaire. We'll see you on the next one.